Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Ruth Soltman, and this is the Transformational Soul. We are streaming live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, and X. I want to welcome you if you are watching live or listening live. Maybe you're listening in the car while you're driving. And I also want to welcome you if you are watching the replay or listening to the replay. I'm very grateful for any way you want to take in the show. Would love it if you would, if you're here, go ahead and comment, say hello. I'd love to chat with you. Please hit the like or the thumbs up button and share the show information. Greatly appreciate that. I invite you to check out my website, ruthsoltman.com. That's RUTH, S as in Sam, OL, T as in Tom, M as in Mary, A, N as in Nancy.com for information on my books, my oracle cards, and my services. There's lots of information on there explaining a little bit more detailed information about each thing. And then there is a link where you can order from the website, or for the books, you can go right to Amazon and give you the link to go directly to Amazon and order. So I try to make it as easy as I can for you guys. Hello, Richard and Robert and Joyce and goodness gracious. Welcome, everyone. So nice to see you all. And if you don't know this already, Goldylocks Productions has a group on Telegram. It's a wonderful group. There's so much amazing energy. We communicate daily. We share information. We share videos. We share articles. We share energy. We share a lot of stuff over there. So if you haven't checked that out before, I really hope you will. And as you know, Goldylocks Productions also has an online merchandise store. Now, Tiffany reminded me that we have a lot of spring and St. Patrick's Day designs. So you could go on there and get yourself a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a coffee mug. There's so many different items. Now, we talked about the oracle cards, the ones that all of us show hosts design. They're called Energize. And we have two different places you can order them from if you want to get your own deck. Now, the one place that we have available where you can order directly from the site, it's Printer Studio, and from now until Sunday, they have 15% off. So you guys should check that out. The only difference is in the two different printers is Printer Studio does not have the gold on the edges of the card, and it comes in a black velvet bag instead of a tin. So check that out. You could save yourself 15%. And you guys all know what amazing cards these are. We all use them on our shows, and they're really awesome. So check that out. And there's also, when you go on there and to Printer Studios, to the link that Tiffany provided, there's a few other things you can see on there. A couple little goodies that you might also want to order. I want to thank all of you who show your support by liking the show and sharing the show and the posts and information. I'm very, very grateful. I want to wish a happy birthday to everyone who is celebrating a birthday this week. I don't personally know any people that I can think of, but whoever out there, I know there's someone out there. My granddaughter, Judy, she's 3. She asked me today, she said, whose birthday is it today? I said, I don't know. It's somebody's birthday, but nobody that we know. So happy birthday if you are celebrating this week. And let's also send out some love, light, and healing to all who are in need. And we are all in need at one time or another. Sometimes we're very much in need. Other times, maybe not as much. But, it's something that we could all use. And let's especially remember Robin McGuire and her son, who are both recovering from surgery. Carol Ann Carey's daughter, Carrie. Veronica, Holly, and Kim Smith. Hello, Kim. Nice to see you. If you would like to make a donation or leave a tip, you are more than welcome to do that, and it is greatly, greatly appreciated. You can do that via my Venmo. You can do that with a Rumble rant on Rumble, or a super chat, or a super sticker on YouTube. Your tips and donations help to cover the cost of the show each month. So thank you very much to all who choose to participate in that way. It is not mandatory in any way. Just know that it is very much appreciated. And thank you to all of you who joined us this past Saturday for the Spiritual Message Circle. We had a great time as always. We always do. It's always a wonderful, fun show. If you missed it, don't worry. You can join us. You can join in on the fun Saturday, March 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much, Robert, for your super sticker. I greatly appreciate that. Hello, Robin. Nice to see you. Oh, you're very welcome, Robin. You're very welcome. So everybody, look at this. Today's the 13th. It's just about the middle of March already. I swear, we just started this month. I can't even believe it's almost the middle of the month already. But hold on, because the next 48 hours, we are expecting another intense energy shift. And for some reason, I feel really excited about this one when I talk about it. Some of these other ones we've had lately have, really, I don't really want to say knocked us down, but kind of like it kicked us in the gut in a way. And it's taken me a little while to, kind of recover from that, because it was so intense. But this is it's going to be wonderful. New doors are going to be opening. It's very, very exciting. We are moving forward on our spiritual journey. Hello, Kavita. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. And it's almost spring, and spring is that great time for renewal and growth. If you haven't started yet, it is a great time to start. I know it's a little before technically spring, but start your spring cleaning. It makes you feel so good. And, we all know why, because it changes the energy. It lightens the energy. It's a great time to remove anything in your life that is toxic to your life. Toxic things are not serving our best and highest good in any way. And I know that spring cleaning, let's say you're cleaning out your closets, or you're cleaning out all of your clothes, and you go through there and you see things that you haven't worn for like a year or two, and you get rid of that. Maybe you donate it, or you have a garage sale or something, and it really helps to chop up that stagnant energy that's been, just dangling there. It really makes a difference in the energy. Clean out the closets, clean out your pantry. Declutter everything. A lot of people don't regularly clean out their pantries or their refrigerators. Go through there. Stuff does have expiration dates on it. And when we clean out all of this stuff, it creates a great, great flow of energy. And that is something that we all want and we all need. Kim, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Now, here's a really good one. Do a social media detox. Now, back in 2020, before I had released my first book, because I released it in October. Well, when everything was shut down and, people were staying home, I would get hundreds of friend requests every single day on a certain social media platform. And I thought, wow, this would be great. This would be great, to have more people to show my stuff to, people to kind of like network with, since I was planning on releasing my book. So I always carefully go over people's profiles. I look at things they post, everything, before I ever accept a friend request. Let's just say I'm very particular. I want to make sure the energy feels good. I want to make sure they don't seem like some kind of weirdo. And I want to make sure that they're posting on their pages. So, I added a lot of people that year. And since last year now, I've noticed all of a sudden, like a weird post will pop up, and I'll look at it and I'll go and check and see. It'll say where you can see your friendship with this person. And I'll probably have sent them like a happy birthday post. And then there's nothing. And it'll say, you became friends in 2020. So I'm like, okay, this person's gone. And then I would get another one. And I started seeing, like, I know that I've heard a lot of these can be computer generated and whatnot. And some of these ones I would go back to and look at them. And I know I did not add this person. I can be sitting on social media and I'll get a little notification, so-and-so accepted your friend request. Although I never sent them a friend request. I'll go and look at their profile and sorry, that wasn't me. So I don't know how that stuff happens. And because it does, we can get a lot of people maybe that don't really jive with our energy, So you really want to go through some of those lists and detox yourself from the ones that you no longer want there. Unfriend those people whose posts do not resonate with you, or where they're not in alignment with your energy. Because, we change. We change from day to day, from week to week. And something that resonated with you a week ago might not resonate with you now. It's really, really important because, these posts and photos, they create an energy. So you want to make sure that what you're seeing jives with your energy. And you want to make sure that it is loving and kind and positive. So not randomly, but every so often, I've been going through, and it takes so much time to do this. Looking at the ones that I know, I have not friend requested, people I know I have not added. And I've been checking out different profiles, as certain people will pop up with something maybe that they tag me in. They don't just tag me, they tag everyone. Has anybody else been getting stuff like that? Everyone gets tagged. And it'll be usually the majority of the time it's some, post that I was fine not knowing. So, so check that out. Make sure all the people that you are communicating with jive with your energy. Make sure the things that they are saying, are clicking, they resonate with you. You're not like right here and they're way off over here somewhere, because you're never going to be able to connect. Good night, Richard. Have a great night at work. Kim said, I have been cleaning up my old emails and downloads from Google from like 10 years ago. Accidentally found it when trying to attach a document. That's funny. And, that's another good one is emails. How many times have you ever had somebody maybe argue with you through email, or, something like that? You don't want to hang on to that energy. Kim said, I would like to challenge our spiritual community to not engage in political energy this season. Don't let it raise your blood pressure or waste your time. It only lowers your frequency. That's very good, Kim. And a lot of the posts, I've seen a lot of stuff, political stuff. I never post anything like that on my page, because I have seen on other people's pages when they do, it doesn't matter what they post. People are really, really nasty. People on both sides of the fence. So I don't really want that on my page. I don't need that kind of crap, so I don't do it. But yes, go through that. Detox yourself from all of that crappy energy. Okay. And you'll feel so much better. You'll feel so much lighter. You'll feel so renewed. And I love to do this kind of stuff in the spring, because spring is all about, rebuilding, restarting, new growth. So it's kind of like getting rid of that old stuff so we can make room for all that new stuff. And detox your body if needed. You will know if it is needed, and you will know the type of detox it is craving. This is not medical advice, nor am I licensed to give you medical advice. You have to figure out what is the best for you. Listen to your body. It constantly tells you what it needs. Many years ago, I was taking some classes, like I like self-enlightenment. I can't remember what they were. This is a long time ago. And this woman, gave us lots of information on different things. And she gave us this fast. And I used to do it once a year. And it was amazing. Like, I want to say now, I'm not sure exactly this is correct, but like one day it was all vegetables. One day it was all fruit. Then it was all like nuts and seeds. And I don't remember the rest, but I used to do it like before summer would hit. And I felt like my body was very cleansed, very light, and ready for all that heat and extra energy that comes in the summertime. And it was amazing. I have not done that in years and years and years and years. But it really was wonderful back when I did it. But you have to listen to your body. You have to know what it needs at all times. Hello, Sarah. So nice to see you. And eat mindfully. So many times we just eat whatever. We'll be hungry and we just want something that's going to immediately satisfy our hunger or our craving. We don't want to take the time to make something that might be a little healthier. So we'll just grab something, on the go. Pay attention to what you're putting into your body. It is so important. Your body will naturally tell you what foods it no longer wants. And because, we sit there and we'll think, well, what would be the best for me? Should I do like no animal products? Should I try this? Should I try that? All these different things. And it can kind of make your head spin, because you're like, well, I don't know what would be the healthiest for my body. So you just have to listen to your body. It will tell you what it wants. When there's something that is no longer serving your best and highest good, you might eat it and feel very sick afterwards. Very sick afterwards. I've noticed for me, my body doesn't like hot foods. Now, I don't mean spicy. I mean like heat. I have to kind of let it cool down to where it's either warm or room temperature, or it really, really upsets my stomach. And I'm not really sure why that is, but I'm going to honor that, and I'm going to do that, because for one thing, that's what my body's telling me. But for another, I don't want to be nauseous for the next 12 hours either, because that's not a fun feeling. So listen to what your body tells you. Notice how you feel when you eat different foods, because some foods have a much higher vibration. Other foods have a very low vibration. Heavily processed foods have a low vibration. Foods in their close to their natural state or in their natural state have a much higher vibration. But you will intuitively know what your body needs. And, we don't always get everything we need from the foods that we consume. Sometimes we need supplements or vitamins, but that's something that's, individual for each person. And you have to figure that out for yourself. Now, the next couple of months, which is really exciting, are all about new beginnings. If something new is beginning, then something else, something old, will be ending. Don't be fearful of letting go. Don't be fearful of change. It is for your best and highest good. If it wasn't for your best and highest good, it would not be happening. It would not be happening. So you know that it is for your best and highest good. So start that new endeavor, that thing that you've been thinking about for the longest time, but you've been putting it off. Take that trip that you've been wanting to take. Embark on something new for yourself. Maybe it's a new relationship. Maybe it's a new friendship. Maybe it's a new hobby. Um, Maybe you want to learn um, how to play a musical instrument. Maybe you want to take a Reiki class. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe you want to paint a picture. Whatever it is, embark on something new for you. For you. Do not stay stuck in the old. That isn't going to get you anywhere. Um, all these new decisions will create some wonderful new energy for you as well. When we stay stuck, you may as well have, be wearing concrete shoes or boots, right? Because you're not going anywhere when you are stuck in that old energy and you can't let things go and you can't release things from the past. It's almost like wearing concrete boots. You're just stuck there. And everybody else is moving around in the world and you are just there. And you may as well be in a bubble because all that's around you is this stagnant energy that's not in motion. It's not in motion. It's just like all this gunk. So don't let yourself stay stuck anywhere. Don't be afraid of change. Change is inevitable. You're just much better off if you just go with the flow instead of trying to fight it. That's when we cause ourselves a lot of problems, is when we try to fight it. Go with the flow. And new beginnings are always so much fun. And it doesn't matter if it's something you've always wanted to do. Maybe you try it out. Maybe it's not really what you thought it was going to be, right? Because you have thought about this for like 10 years and you had this whole idea worked up in your head. And then you actually try to put it into motion and you're like, oh, this is not what I thought. Probably something better is going to come along instead. It might turn into or create something better, right? But you're not going to know until you try. You will not know until you try. So put all that old stuff behind you. Get rid of all that clutter, the emotional clutter. Clean out your spiritual closet as well as your physical closets. We got a lot of stuff we need to let loose, right? A lot. And the more we do, guess what? The higher we vibrate. The higher we vibrate. And that's like the really exciting part. And I think it was on the Spiritual Message Circle when I mentioned this, that we've had a lot of intense energy lately. And I've noticed this week that the Schumann resonance has been at 45. I don't know if that's changed since a couple hours ago, but that's what it's been all week when I checked it. And when I go to bed at night, because that's the time when I'm the quietest and I'm the most still, when I'm laying there, I can feel my body vibrate. I can absolutely feel my body vibrate. The whole thing. And what I noticed today, I've felt a lot of intense energy today. And just sitting there, just chilling for like 5-10 minutes, I could feel it again, especially in my hands. So the energy is really moving. It's moving quickly. It's moving very intensely, I feel. Maybe other people aren't experiencing the intensity, but that's what I'm experiencing. Having tons of dreams again. Not as tired as I was since we changed our clocks. So that kind of, I think, helped throw something in my body, that might have been a little off balance or something, and threw it back. Hello, Sam. Nice to see you. So that's exciting for me. But I can feel already the start of this energy that's supposed to kind of turn things around. That's coming in this week, and I'm starting to feel that, and I feel very excited about it. I feel very positive about it. When I think about it, I don't feel tired or drained. So I feel like it's going to be really, really good for us. Really good for us. And then this month we still have the first day of spring. Is it the spring equinox? Easter, Melissa Park's birthday. All that stuff's coming up this month. Oh, that's a good one, Kim. High school yearbooks. Kim said, what are your thoughts on high school yearbooks? Keep or toss them? Well, I don't know. I don't have mine because it got lost somewhere through the years. However, I would feel if I still had it, if I had a really good experience in high school, I think I would want to hang on to it. If I didn't and I had a really negative experience, I might not want to. But I feel like that's completely up to you. But if you have a lot of bad memories about it, I would not keep it. Because you don't want anything that's going to create any kind of negativity around you, right? And anyone else who has thoughts on that, please share. Please share. It seems to me like someone, maybe it's just a deja vu moment. But I've had a few of those lately too. So that's kind of crazy. Hello, Devin. Devin, we are having a wonderful day. I hope you are too. Yes, very intense energy. Yes, it is. And when the energy is so intense, it does affect a lot of things in our life, whether we realize it or not. It might make us a little bit easy to anger. It might make us a little short-tempered. It might make us a lot calmer and more relaxed than we usually are. It just depends on the person and the effect that it has on them. Maybe it makes you eat more because you're hungry all the time. Maybe you have no appetite. Maybe it makes you sleep more, or you're not sleeping at all. It's just so, individual to the person. But nevertheless, it is pretty intense energy. It just affects all of us in different ways. You can have headaches, dizziness. There's just a myriad of different things. So be gentle with yourself. Be kind with yourself. Your body is going through a lot because that energy, it's a lot for our human bodies, for our humanness, right? So we have to be gentle, even more gentle with our bodies, because this is the only body we're going to have while we are here in this lifetime. So we need to take good care of it. We need to honor it. We need to respect it. We need to show it love. Love. How many people do you know that go around, have you ever heard them say, oh, I just love myself. I love my body. I honor it with all good things. And no, most people don't. Not 100%, but, nobody is perfect, right? We do the best that we can with what we have. And that's all we can do. And maybe there's a lot of things we know now that we maybe have been putting on our body for years and years and years, and we didn't even know it was causing harm or doing something, to throw off our balance, right? But now we know. But you can't beat yourself up over things that you didn't know 20 years ago. We just didn't know then. But now that we do, we need to honor those things. We need to have more respect for our own bodies, for our own selves, more love, and we need to show ourselves that all the time. It is so important. We don't talk negatively to ourselves because our body hears everything. Our mind, how is it now? Our body hears everything that we say, right? And it feels the energy of what we say, because all words carry energy, right? And that affects us. That totally affects our body and our state of physical beingness. If you get up in the morning, you're like, oh God, my back hurts so bad. Oh my back, all day long. All day long, you're focusing on pain in your back. Guess what? It's gonna be even more intense because that's where you're putting your energy. You're focusing your energy on pain in your back. I know sometimes I have knee pain, and sometimes it'll be one knee, sometimes it'll be the other one, sometimes it'll be both. But when I get out of bed in the morning, like, I don't even think about it. I don't think, oh, I don't want to get up because my knee's going to hurt. No, I don't even think about it. And for a good part of the day, it doesn't bother me. When I notice it, though, is on the stairs. That's when I notice it the most. It's not anything super intense. It's not anything like that I can't deal with, but it's just uncomfortable. It's more what it is, uncomfortable. But I don't focus on it all the time. And most of the time I forget that it's there, just like with the ringing in my ears, which I have had this, for a long time. It's a spiritual thing. It's not a physical thing. And it's always there. But a lot of times, if I'm not focusing on it or paying attention to it, it kind of, like everything else, can kind of drown it out. Oh, Kim said she has had several deja vu moments lately too. That's pretty wild. Now, I know on the spiritual message circle over the weekend, a couple of the cards that I pulled, I think it might have been on my show last week. I don't really remember now. But it was on one of the two. Some of the cards that I pulled, I felt like I got the exact same cards for these exact same people and the exact same message, like already, that it already happened. It was just a weird feeling. Maybe I dreamed it and then it happened. I don't know, but it was a very unusual feeling. And it happened like several times. Sam said, I healed my knee pain using David Snyder technique. It is on YouTube if you searched for it. NIP stuff. Oh, NLP stuff. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for that. And I know there's a lot of people out there who have physical pain because they've had injuries or they've had, accidents. But our mind is so, so powerful that, we can talk ourselves into or out of anything. When, like when I was a kid, and well, not even when I was a kid, but all my life, my dad was the panicker. Anything would happen, he immediately went to the worst case scenario and just totally panicked. He would not have been good in a major crisis, not at all. And my mom was kind of the worrier, but she would panic a little too, but maybe not as much as my dad. So luckily they had me, because after getting the panicker and the worrier, I had to be the calm one, right? So I had to be the calm one when something would happen. And I would be, and a lot of times, after, if it was something really, intense, maybe afterwards, my body would react and it would the crying or the shaking or whatever, or just being in that state of, I can't believe thisness. But I was always calm during a crisis. And okay, I know where I was. For a minute there, I forgot where I was going with this. So my dad would be the one that, when my kids were little, they would fall down, scrape their knee, and they'd come in the house, mommy, I fell off my bike. Let me look. And we'd kiss it. That's kind of healing right there, and clean it off, and whatever it needed. My dad would come running in the house. Oh my God, you need to take them to the emergency room. No. But then as soon as my kids would hear this, they would get hysterical. And it's not even so much what he said, but it was that energy of the panic and that intense, feeling of doom that he brought with him. And they just reacted to that. So They were all fine when I told them they were okay and I kissed their boo-boo. They were going to go on their merry way until their grandpa came in and, had them ready to go to the emergency room. And then when he said that, immediately they'd start crying. Oh yeah, it really hurts. It really hurts. So our minds will believe, what we tell it. It will believe the information that we give it. So we have to make sure we're giving it correct information. We have to make sure that we are doing the best that we can for ourselves and our bodies. Joy said, I've had ringing in my ears for a very long time. So have I. And I've heard many different things, that it's downloads, that it's, the angels whispering to you. I've heard like a whole bunch of different things. And I don't really know. I feel like what it is that I hear energy. And the reason I think that is because I see energy. And I always have, even when I was a child, only I didn't know that's what it was. So I've always interpreted it as I'm hearing the energy. And I'm fine with that. Sometimes it'll be a little higher pitched than other times. Maybe it's not even what people call ringing in their ears, because I have nothing to compare that to. I don't know, what that is like for someone else. But I've always just taken it that it's a good thing. It's a positive thing. If I'm getting downloads, fantastic. I've gotten millions by now. If it's hearing energy, that's awesome. And that would explain why it's louder at night. Because I feel when I see the energy and stuff, well, I was going to say it's more intense at night, but I don't think that it's more intense. It feels heavier at night is what it is. Sam says, I am trying mirror technique currently. You look into your eyes and do affirmations. Oh, I like that. I like that very much. So know that this is a time for new beginnings. And I mean, spring always is, but with this energy that's coming, it's just going to kind of kick us in the butts and get us in gear and get us moving. I have done some cleaning out, decluttering, getting rid of things that no longer serve me. And I love being able to donate things, because just because I can't use them doesn't mean they're going to be, a real find for someone else. So, do that. Or, if you want to have a yard sale, something, because people that need them will find them. Joyce says, 2 times lately I've had an almost screeching sound. Oh, wow. Now, I've also been told that when you have the ringing in the ears, that you can tell spirit, the angels, wherever it's coming from. If it's too loud and uncomfortable, you can ask them to tone it down, and they will. I sometimes get a higher tone in one ear than the other, which is that's one time that I really notice that it's there. Most of the time it's just the same, on both sides. Sometimes you need to take energy from the kick on butt to go forward, or you can sit and cry. Going forward helps. Yes, it does, Sam. That's very true. And sometimes we all need that kick in the pants, don't we? Because we'll know what we need to do. We know what we want to do. But we just let ourselves hold us back from doing it for whatever reason. I do not know. Well, that's not really 100% true, because everyone's reason is different. I know things that I've let myself hold myself back from were out of anxiety or frustration or fear. So we have to be able to look past those things. We have to be able to overcome the fear. And that's what courageous and brave is all about, right? Because even though we're scared or afraid to do something, we do it anyway. And I'll tell you, when you do, that's just a whole new level of empowerment right there. Okay. I am going to give you guys some messages. Eagle. Wow. That's pretty cool. An eagle. Okay. And Robert and Kim are going to be the first two. And anybody who wants a message, please just put it in the comments. And tonight, I am going to be using my cards. Let's see. Okay, Robert Myers. I am giving myself permission to accept and allow all the good that is coming to me. I deserve it. I am worthy. You are worthy. So many times we talk ourselves into we are not worthy, or we let someone else talk us into that. Don't buy into that, Robert. You are worthy. You are worthy of all the good that is in this world, of all the good that is coming to you. And you do deserve it. You do deserve it. So know your worth. Don't let other people define your worth. Know your worth. Because if you don't, how are other people going to know, right? And if you treat yourself poorly, other people are going to see that and they're going to treat you poorly. Treat yourself like a king. Treat yourself like royalty, because you are. And know that love is the highest vibration. And I feel like you have, and I think you probably already know this, but you have some love that's going to be coming into your life. Some new love in the form of relationships. So that's exciting. And what a great time for relationships, right? New beginnings, springtime. And they're reminding you to count your blessings. Count your blessings, Robert. You have so many. You know, just waking up in the morning is a blessing. Opening your eyes and having sight is a blessing. I've been seeing, I watch these animal videos on social media a lot, and I really enjoy them. And animals are so intelligent, and they're so loving. And I've seen several where people have adopted a dog that was either deaf or blind, or deaf and blind. And it absolutely breaks my heart, because I think to myself, I don't know how I would have a hard time dealing with that. It would be difficult for me, because your natural instinct, first of all, is, hey, Rover, come here. The dog can't hear you. But the one that really got me was the one that couldn't see or hear. And when the guy goes to wake it up in the morning, he'll gently blow on it because he doesn't want to scare it to death. And even when he does that, it startles the dog. So it just made me think, how blessed we are that we can see and we can hear. And it's something that I don't get up in the morning and say, thank you, God, for my vision. I don't think about it all the time. But when I watch stuff like that, it reminds me, and it helps me to stay more in that place of gratitude. So count your blessings, Robert, because your blessings are so much more than any of your problems or your issues. And remember that. Sometimes our issues might seem monumental, but they're so few and far between compared to our blessings. Okay. Kim. See what we got for Kim. Okay, Kim. I am giving myself permission to know and do what is best for me and my highest good. I am independent and think for myself. I am in touch with my inner goddess. I am a free spirit. I totally feel this for you. I kind of feel like maybe there was a time in your life when you weren't as independent as you are now. And maybe you kind of, not so much that you were completely controlled by someone else, but maybe you let other people sway you as far as sway you to think a certain way or do things a certain way. So that's pretty amazing that you have gotten to where you are now. So keep staying in touch with that inner goddess, that inner God that is within you. And keep your free spirit status. Go where you want to go, be where you want to be. You have been given your gifts, your passion, as a means to fulfill your purpose. And you know this. And I feel like all of that has been expanding for you lately. Maybe not physically yet, but in thought process. But in your thought process, I feel like so much is, things are getting ready to kind of erupt for you. I feel like there's some new avenues you're exploring or you will be exploring. And that's really exciting, especially, the spring. And I want you to refine your attention. Focus your attention, your crystal clear intention on specifically exactly what you want so that you can manifest that into your life now. I hope that resonates with you, Kim. And anybody else that would like a message, I'm going to get a card for Richard. Whoops, that one fell. Oh, Richard, I like this. I am standing in my power and shining my light so others can find their way out of the darkness. I am light. Yes, you are, Richard. And I remember a message that I gave you, and it was about how other people see you. They pay attention to what you say, what you do, and how it is helping to bring them to the light, bring them to their own power. So keep on doing that. That is just a reminder for you. They see what's going on. They see the light that you are. So keep shining that light, Richard, and keep doing what you are doing. Because whether you know it or not, whether anyone ever acknowledges it to you, you are making a difference to a lot of people. Okay, Kavita. Okay, Kavita. You are welcome, Robert. Okay, I got Kavita. Did I write your name down? Yes, I did. And I got Joyce. Kavita. Kavita. I am dissolving and releasing any and all negativity in my life. I cut any and all cords of negativity from past, present, and future lifetimes. I only allow positivity into my life. I am releasing. Release all that stuff that isn't yours, Kavita. Release all that stuff that's been there for years and years that is built up. All these opinions of others, all these ideas of others. Release all of that so you can get to the core of who you are. So you do that, and guess what? You're going to raise your vibration. That was the other card that came up for you. Nice how they came together. So the more healing you do, the more stuff you let go of, the more you're going to make room for all this higher vibrational energy to come in to your existence, to your orbit, to your energy field. So I hope that resonates with you. Joyce. Kim says, used to be codependent for sure. Well, be very proud of where you are now, Kim, because you've come a long way. Joyce. I am overflowing with unconditional love. I fill myself up first, then freely give to others. I freely give and receive love. I am love. And yes, you have to fill yourself up first before you can give to other people, right? Because otherwise we just run out. If we're not filling ourselves first, we're going to be completely depleted. It's just like when you have a garden. If you're take all those nutrients out of the soil and completely deplete the soil, nothing else is going to grow. So you won't have anything else to get out of that garden. So you have to fill yourself up first. Now, whether it's love, unconditional love, whether it's kindness, whether it's whatever it is, you have to fill your cup first. And forgive and forget, Joyce. Now, I know a lot. Most of the time, we are willing to forgive, but we're never going to forget when something has happened, that we deemed really bad or really hurtful. And it's not so much about forgetting to just be like, I'm just going to forget about it, put it out of my head, it never happened. No, we can forget and forgive so that we are able to move on, so that we do not let those things that happened in our lives hold us back or hold us, in this place where we can't move forward. Because that's what happens when we stay in that place where we're not willing to forgive and let things go. And kind of the forget part is kind of like letting it go, right? We can forgive it and let it go. A lot of times the things that we hold on to are from a long, long time ago. And the people who may have perpetrated or participated in those things are not the same people anymore. So sometimes we would just like to stay, and I don't mean this just for you, Joyce, but all of us. Sometimes we like to stay in that place of, being angry, but we don't really, get anything out of that. So what we need to do is be able to move on. Joyce said, great message. I've been thinking about my energy more lately, first and able to give more. Seems like I'm moving fast. Very good. You are welcome. And the other card I got for you, I don't think I told you this one yet. Refine your attention. And I feel like that you could manifest a lot in your life right now. So focus that crystal clear intention on what you want and desire right now in your life. Okay, Sarah. You're welcome, Kavita. Let's see what we have for Sarah. Oh, Sarah, I love it. Opening my heart to all the love in the universe. My heart is open to both give and receive love from all sources. I am enough. Not only are you enough, Sarah, you are more than enough. And when we decide to open up our heart and let love in from every angle, from every place, that's when we're going to be filled with the most love, right? Because we're allowing it. We're allowing it from any source, any place it wants to come from. I'm game. Come on, love. We're not going to limit it. We're not going to limit where it comes from. And look forward, Sarah, because that's where you're going. Look ahead. That stuff behind you that you're clearing out and kicking to the curb. We can reflect a little bit on the past, but we don't want to stay there for long. Look forward because that's where you're going. Look ahead. Things are moving very quickly for you, I feel. I feel like things are really, really moving along. So, hold your hat on. Huh. Oh, wow. Sarah said, wow, very powerful because I've been telling myself that every day. I am enough. Well, good. And that was your confirmation and your validation that you are enough. So good for you. Okay. Let me get a message for Sam, and Devin real quick. Sam, I am opening my mind to new ideas and ways of doing things. I am constantly growing and broadening my horizons. I am changing. Yes, and change is good. Change is good. Broaden your horizons. Do new things. Learn new things. Experience new things. It's good for you. And tune out distractions. Anything that you feel might be in your way or might be holding you back, that's a distraction. Anything that might pop up and say, here, deal with me first, and then you can go do what you want to do. That's a distraction. So pay attention to those things and tune them out. Thank you so much. So many happy moments happening. I love you. I love you too, Sarah. You are welcome, Sam. And Devin. Oh, Devin. Devin. I am overflowing with unconditional love. I fill myself up first, then freely give to others. I freely give and receive love. I am love. Yes, you are. And you need to remember that you come first. You have to fill yourself first. And you need to accept what is dying. Let go of things that are no longer working in your life. Let go of what is no longer working, Devin. No matter what it is. Okay. Goodness gracious. I am giving myself permission to release and let go of any and all things that no longer serve me or my best and highest good. I am moving on. That is amazing. That is amazing. You know, sometimes we feel like we have to give ourselves permission to move on. We have to give ourselves permission to let things go. I don't know why we feel the need to do that, because maybe we feel like we're not supposed to do those things. Robin, I just pulled a card for you as well, and I got the same card for you after I shoveled it like 4 times. I am giving myself permission to release and let go of any and all things that no longer serve me or my best and highest good. I am moving on. Awesome. That is so awesome. You guys are amazing. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. I will see you back here next week when we're going to be embarking on spring, right? It's going to be right around that time, isn't it? I'm not sure what the first day of spring is. I believe it's the 20th, but I could be mistaken. But we're getting close. We're getting close. So everybody have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I love you all. Good night, everybody.